Edu's grandma decided to confess something to him before passing away from a terminal illness. She told him that when he was very little, very strange things were happening in the town. 26 years ago, a street vendor arrived at the town with all kinds of candies. Cotton candy, caramels, chocolates, but nobody knew where she came from. Her face was difficult to see as well, since she always wore a huge hat that covered half of her face. After school, big crowds would form around the vendor. The old lady didn't talk much, only enough to sell her candies, and the children that bought candy from her would eat so many that sometimes they didn't even want to eat dinner. After a couple of weeks, many children in the town started to get sick. They were getting warts and zits, very high fevers, and would also throw up frequently. Not only that, but the parents also noticed that all their baby teeth started to fall out. They weren't falling one by one as it normally happens. Instead, they were falling all at once, both the teeth and molars. Then something gruesome happened. Colored worms started to appear in their mouths, looking similar to the gummy worms the old lady was selling. However, those worms were real and were literally eating the children's gums. Edu's grandma told him about how that night, his sister woke up screaming, with her pillow soaked in blood due to her loss of teeth. She was crying in desperation, saying she saw a strange woman in her room. The grandma went to Edu's room and found the woman next to the child. That woman had extremely long limbs, with bony hands, snake eyes, and a green, long, forked tongue. That monstrous woman was sucking the blood from Edu's gums. She had no teeth in her mouth, but next to her she had a bag filled with teeth. It seems that she collected them from her victims, and there she was, adding Edu's teeth to the teeth of hundreds of children. Edu's parents also went into his room, and between them and his grandma they tried to attack that monster. However, although they managed to save little Edu, that night hundreds of children disappeared, including his sister, who was left alone in her room. Nobody knew why that woman wanted all those teeth. The town panicked, and to not alarm their children, their parents would tell them to not eat candy because they would rot their teeth. Even though the reason went way beyond that. Years went by, and over time that creature was named the Tooth Fairy, even though that teeth-collecting monster is not the nice little fairy people think it is nowadays. Edu then understood why he had a dental prosthesis. He finally learned that all of his teeth did not fall due to an illness, like his parents told him. Now he had a family of his own, with a little boy with his first baby teeth. Edu's wife had told the boy about the Tooth Fairy, and the little one was eager to receive his reward in coins. However, now that Edu knew the truth, he would shake in fear every time his wife brought colored caramels to their son.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you on the next episode.